Florida, you're going to be thinking about incorporation by reference along with integration of an outside document to dispose of personal property, and you're also going to be thinking about facts of independent significance. So you're going to be thinking about all three of these doctrines. Now, incorporation by reference is one of the most important, I'd say probably the most important, so it can definitely be tested. And this doctrine could apply when a will references another document and can be contrasted from an integration, where a party is trying to prove that the document was once a part of the will. For incorporation by reference, we're talking about when the testator refers or references a document in the will. And usually that document is a list, typically of, could be personal property or real property, right? This is where we distinguish from the integration under statutory law in Florida. So this could be even real property. The testator may write something like, I leave to my son Bob the property on the yellow piece of paper in my desk drawer. Right? Is that bequest valid, or does it fail because it goes beyond the will document? After all, that paper isn't a part of the will. In fact, it could be changed without any formalities afterwards. It could be replaced by a jealous sibling who wants something on that list. They make a new yellow list, right? So we have to be careful about what can be incorporated by reference. And whether such a gift is valid turns on whether that outside piece of paper could be incorporated by reference into the will. Under Florida law, that depends primarily upon three elements of a very well-defined test. What are these elements? Number one, the extrinsic document must have been in existence when the will was executed. Number two, the will's language manifests an intent to incorporate the document. That's an easy one, right? Incorporate by reference the document in my drawer. But number one isn't, right? In existence at the time when the will was executed. Number three, the will must sufficiently identify and describe the other document. So again, those three elements. Number one, the extrinsic document must have been in existence when the will was executed. Number two, the will's language manifests an intent to incorporate the document. And number three, the will must sufficiently identify and describe the other document. Florida multiple choice questions testing incorporation by reference could be all over the board. Right? Sometimes it'll be a situation in which the piece of paper wasn't clearly identified, and you've got to go through the facts and figure out whether the identification was clear enough. But again, because this is multiple choice format, it's going to be pretty clear. Other times, the facts suggest the list was not in existence at the time of the will's execution, and you have to determine whether that is the deciding factor. Sometimes all requirements could be tested in the same question, and you'll find none of them maybe are satisfied. So remember, if the three elements are met, then the dispositive terms in that document can be given testamentary effect, even if that document was not executed in accordance with the required formalities to be a valid will. All right? And that's the doctrine of incorporation by reference.